Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is an energy update. There is a T-square in the sky. I'm going to explain a little bit what that means, why it matters to you, a little bit of the tension that you're facing, why you feel like you're in such a retroflective stage of life. Part of that is because the moon is in void, at least today, on one of the portals, September 22nd, 2022. This is a partnership portal. This is a portal about connection, but as well as filtering and purifying the connections that you have with others and the connections you have with yourself. The connections you have between, how you show up publicly on the world stage before you share with others, and the systems and the disciplines that's required for you yourself. And it's the connection between the two. This is a lot of connection type energy, but it's about where are you being too restrictive, too stuck? Me, myself included. Where in my life I've been too restrictive and too stuck? Okay, when it comes to partnerships, too egoic, all right, too big dick energy type energy, literally, and recognizing where has my ego actually gotten in the way and blocked me. I see 111 on screen, so this is a brand new cycle to actually manifest the partnerships and the love between partnerships, as well as the relationships you have with others, whether it's your clients or whether it's anybody, quite frankly. It's about the balancing and the purification of how can I be myself and set the proper boundaries. Proper being not boundaries that are too strong, too thick, too tough, so that I'm safe, but that no one else can also come in, that no one else from the outside can also support my hopes and my dreams, my passion work. So it's like we're being asked to look at how can we purify the left of that, being too strong in the boundaries during this void, and it's going to happen until about 3 o'clock, I think, in the morning. It started at 6 o'clock this morning. This is September 22nd, and this void is a reflective period where we want to really actually take a moment to sit back and relax and introspect and retroflect, while 9 planets are in retrograde. And then the opposite end, 222 on screen, literally, okay, the opposite end of this energy is saying, now that I understand where I've been too stuck, basically having to stick up my ass, here's where I can make the shifts and basically get unstuck and allow myself to open up. So for me, I find myself really in these, where have I been distrustful? This is a energy where this T-square will basically provide 2 planets in opposition, which is like Leo and Aquarius right now. So this is Saturn and the moon. And the moon is part retroflection. What do we need emotionally? But what do we need emotionally in conjunction and in union, if you will, with what structures do exist that may allow us to feel or promote us, if you will, to feel restricted, locked up, like we have to stay disciplined. We can't have fun in this area because this just has to get done. All right, that could be something like your taxes, right? Governmental structures, institutions. This could be your job, an overbearing and restrictive or governing type of energy. 333 on screen. Wow, I'm just catching them all today. 1, 2, 3. And so it's like the battle between fully being yourself and recognizing where have you closed off and where have you opened up. Where have you opened up where you should create more boundaries in your relationship dynamics with others. Okay, Playtonic, this is including your friendships, especially your friendships, especially even your internet friends, the people you're recognizing who has supported me, who has not supported me, who allowed me to go through my shifts and changes as I addressed my own ego, who basically pinned me down when, let's say now I come to a moment of reflection and recognize, damn, I was being a little too egoic in this situation. I was actually using this friendship or using this bond, using this connection to basically progress and advance myself, but I wasn't really putting enough energy and effort on, well, what was your role? Or what did I need from you? And how did I not properly communicate my needs from you so that you basically in return walked over my boundaries that didn't exist? And it's like really us getting to a point where we're starting to really build 444 on screen. We're really starting to build through this purification process. We're starting to build more sustainable friendships, more sustainable tribes, more sustainable energies, where we can basically hone our resources together. And that's the T-square part. That's where Uranus and Taurus comes in. Taurus is, when you have a T-square, you have the two afflicting energies, which will be Leo and Aquarius. They're shadow brothers, they're shadow signs, okay? They're the dark and the light side of each other, all right? You can't get one without the other, Leo and Aquarius. Now you have Taurus, who, when you have a T-square, these two are together on the same line. Now Taurus will now be in a square, okay? 90 degrees to Leo this way, 90 degrees to Aquarius this way. So this will be Taurus right here. This is the T that it makes. Now the T, which is Taurus, is actually where the real tension lies, because now it's saying Taurus energy, now that I've gone through this rapid acceleration of my self-worth and my self-esteem and feeling safe and secure with all my basic needs, like my rent is paid, my cell phone is paid, you know, I have plants in my home. Now that I have my basic resources and needs, and even some desires mixed in that, how can I purify all of those things that I actually have? Some things will basically be asked of you to let go, because it's actually not bringing you harmony and it's bringing you distress and pain. And that could be anything, okay? That literally could be anything. Especially in the space of hedonistic pleasures, and which is really where I feel like the big part of this T-square is at. Like, what hedonistic pleasures, and these are definitely things at the top of the list being sex. Okay, as one of the houses of Taurus, is like sex is involved with that, with Scorpio on the other end. So where are you engaging in certain sexual relationships that may actually be holding you back from what your Saturn discipline, governmental, institutional responsibilities are acting of within your friendships? Or you know, Leo, how you show up and perform on the world stage, and as you take this moment to reflect on, hey, look, from now in the last year, from a year ago now today to a year ago now, how has my character been? Like, has my character been in integrity? Has my character been in honor? Have I been honoring my heart? Okay, so it's like not even just the body, because the square where we say the body, Taurus is the body, but it's like Leo is now the heart. So it's like, have my heart and my body, have my physical body and my heart, and then Aquarius being the mind, have those 1, 2, 3 things actually been in sync? So we're like, in this particular instance, right, like, am I spending money that's not making my heart or my mind feel misaligned, and my nervous system beginning to basically feel scared and nervous and like chaotic and not safe within my friendships, within my passion work? Am I feeling aligned? This retrospection energy is asking you, are you feeling aligned with the heart, the mind, and the actual physical body, mind, body, soul? So it's like, this is definitely some of the energy that's happening on this T-square. If there's anything else that I want to really say, this is one of the preparation energies as we get ready to step fully into Libra season, because Leo is when you come into the boldness and the character that requires a certain level of courage that says, look, I actually don't care what you say. But this is where you got to check the ego, where maybe we can be too closed off, because one of the things I know for myself is like, where my Leo placements is at, it's like I have to learn that there can be other big dick players, there can be other big dick energies that can walk on the same stage. And one, for me not to basically like adapt and shift too much, where I basically step away from my own self-worth, my own sense of self, where it's like, this is what I recognize as a real life scenario in my life. It's like, damn, like, who are the characters and the people in this game called life that I've actually found myself attaching to as I reflect on my performance on the world stage? But that took me out of alignment, because I gave more credit to this next person than I gave to myself, which is a problem, because it's like, then I took that power away from myself. So this is one of the reflections as I look back, to make sure that I purify. And, you know, for me, this started off with a couple of days ago with at least 2 different apology videos that went out, like apology text videos of like, hey, look, I recognize my ego in this scenario, and it's like, I am better and I want to do better. And, you know, I'm sorry. Like, here's these programs, these learned behaviors, and so much more that I recognized. And so that's one thing, okay? But this could be themes around sex, money, your home, okay? Where are you feeling misaligned? And maybe you got certain things, maybe you got certain money, certain resources, but you're finding that, like, Maybe you got them in ways that want to align with your mind and your heart at the same time. Okay, like the key theme is your nervous system stressed out because of certain decisions? If the answer is a yes, then that's usually what you're gonna have to be asked to actually report to. Now, when it comes to the square with the governing structures, like I said, this could be something like tax industries. That's just what it was for me, right? It's like I had to get my actual monies more in an Excel sheet. This is one of the key themes. I had to organize and purify and start looking, and I'm realizing I can't spend as much I can't spend as much money on coffee. Instead, I'm going to buy this mocha pot and make more coffee at home. Okay, so that's one element. Another was just like, in my actual relationship dynamic, it's like, look, like I gotta have friends, because Leo is friends, Aquarius is friends. I gotta have friends outside of my actual home with you. And so it's like, this is one of the things that's coming to me in retrospection. It's like, in order to maintain the connection, this 2-2-2 energy, 2-2-2-2-2 energy, and a big change is required. It's like, look, I can be in a relationship and have friends, whether with the same or opposite sex. Like, this is something I know for myself that I fell into because of, learned behaviors and expectations from sources outside of myself on screen. And so this is like one of the things I'm kind of coming back to as I realize, like, look, I have a Venus in Gemini. I need to move around the city and to talk to people randomly and effortlessly, because that's a part of who I naturally am. And so it's like a lot of that is things that are gonna have to happen with and for myself. That's how I expand and support humanity or the people in Aquarius, okay? So hopefully this is something that really helps and benefits you, all right? And this is Pernell, your astrotherapist. There's so much more to this, but really just take it into the comments. Definitely hit the thumbs up and the likes button, all right? I want you to appreciate this video, because why not? One of the things you might recognize as well is how much you are starting to understand you love praise, and me even having an emotional need with it or for it. You inner child wounds, as well as like addressing what that character looks like for yourself, might be rising within you and realizing, damn, I need some healing on my physical body for how I've treated it from sexual matters in the past. Because the moon could be the past. Non-committal sex is Leo, right? So it's right there. And it may be turned into things that you start to teach to others, or philosophies that you grow and birth within yourself. That ultimately, with that T-square tension, brings it back into the self-worth, brings it back into like, look, this is me now valuing my body, this is me now valuing myself. All right, this is me now valuing the money that I spend and share on friendships. Where like yesterday, I just went out into like 3-4 people. I brought them crystals that I want to go out and share and send them away. So that's another way. It's like, through the purification process, we're starting to recognize how can we better serve other people with the actual resources we have, which is more than just money, okay? How can we better serve people? So like today, I did a healing for somebody. There's no charge with it, right? There's no money involved, but it's like, look, I care about this person. I can go ahead and do this sacral chakra healing, this sacral chakra upgrade, and I don't even want to say upgrade, but like, let's say cleansing and charging. I did a sacral charging, for someone I care about a lot today. So it's like, this is how some of these energies can work on this T-square energy. It's like, how much of that do I have to give when it comes to charging up your sacral chakra energy, right? Like, how much can I give while still respecting my own worth and my own value at the same time, so that, I don't put myself under, pour from a full cup. This is what's happening. We're getting ready to go Pluto and Aquarius, where it's like, we're all going to be forced to go through this transformation on friendships, of recognizing, where am I being too stuck and strict with this whole no new friends mentality and motto, because you were hurt somewhere along the way, and where are you being too open on the opposite end? And that's a lot of it for me. Like, I realized for me, it's actually about being too open. I have to recognize, like, damn, I gotta close some of these channels. I gotta start making people, in a way, kind of jump through a couple more hoops to have access to me. I was giving too much access of myself out, which is why memberships are one of the things beginning to form. So for my YouTube, I'm going to make one membership on there, and it's going to be something that everybody can get involved with. Everybody can be a part of the community. That's part of how I'm going to get ready to close off the access to myself more. So it's like, look, I can't respond to everybody. That's not somehow, some way energetically putting back into me. So that's one of the reasons why memberships is a big theme, as well as that's where we're going in the world. So hit the subscription button. This is Pernell, your astrotherapist. I want to say thank you, love you. I'll see you soon.